Hi, this is Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out. Tonight I'm going to do a video on some questions that I have, at least. I mean, maybe you have them too, after kind of studying the subject of narcissism. The most obvious one is if the narcissist at their core is driven by and afraid of shame more so than anything else, guilt, then why do they do shameful and guilty actions? I mean, to me, it seems like a no-brainer that if you're a person and you're, the worst emotional injury that you can possibly experience is shame, it's a no-brainer. You just don't do shameful things. You do things that you're not going to feel shame or guilt for afterwards. And I mean, to me, it just kind of got my head scratching. It's like, wait a minute, if this is like my, it's like Superman and kryptonite. If this is my kryptonite, I would do everything I could to stay away from it. And in the case of the narcissist, it's very, very simple. Don't do shameful acts. The end, period. And yet, that's all they do. They lie, they deceive, they manipulate, they cheat, they abuse. They basically do nothing but shameful acts. And again, at least for me, I just scratch my head. That it's just such a contradiction. I just don't understand it. Similarly, this is kind of almost like a dominoes one is if a narcissist is with someone and they've gone through most of the devalue phase, say, and they start to despise their partner, why do they stay with that partner then? Why not just end the relationship and start pursuing the other person, which they probably, by that time, they've probably started vetting. Why don't they just do that? And the answer, or one of the answers that I often hear is, well, it's for appearances. That the narcissist is very much obsessed with how they appear to others. And one of the, key components of that for the narcissist is that they always, always, always have to have a partner with them. So even if they've grown to despise their partner, they will maintain, they will keep the relationship going for the appearance of being in this relationship. Then the question becomes, if that's the case, if it's for appearances to basically look good, then why does the narcissist start the smear campaign halfway, maybe even before the halfway of the devalue phase? And again, this is kind of a head scratcher for me because it's like, okay, you're concerned about appearances. You want to impress people. I have a relationship. I have a partner. It's the best relationship. They're the best partner. And yet simultaneously, you start the smear campaign and say, oh yeah, they have these bad habits. And oh yeah, they did this in the past. And oh yeah, don't tell anybody, but they have this issue. And again, like if your goal was to impress people with your relationship and your partner, why would you then attack and harm the appearance of your relationship and your partner? Which then leads me to the next one is, why would you start to insult and start the smear campaign on your partner when you're in the relationship, going back with his appearance, when doing so is actually going to make you look weak and pathetic? I mean, and I think, to a large degree, I think even covert narcissists, they want sympathy but they still want to look strong. They want to look like survivors. They want to look like, the little guy that beat the odds. And so when they paint this picture of being in this relationship, this bad toxic relationship with this bad toxic partner, and yet they remain in it, they appear weak. They appear pathetic. They appear to not be strong. They appear to not have control over their own life, the relationship, etc. And they kind of, to be blunt, they just kind of look like a loser. To just be in this relationship, not leave, not do anything to, fix it either, and just to sit there and complain about it, complain about the relationship, complain about your partner, and do nothing. You look like a loser. And again, it's just one of those things that it just, I don't quite get. And then the last one for tonight, sorry, I had to check my notes. And this is kind of funny, especially coming up with Christmas, is that, in my experience, with the narcissist, even like, the covert narcissist, that they really, again, want to look like a big deal. They want to look magnanimous and, in control and powerful. And so part of that is going to be gift giving, especially, say, Christmas. And so you're thinking, oh, okay, well, if they're a narcissist and they're obsessed with appearances and what people think about them, they're going to really go all out and give the best presents and gifts imaginable. And they do the opposite. I don't know about everyone else, but the gifts that I received from the narcissist in my life were laughable. These are things that you would get in like the dollar bin, like when you first walk into Target and they just have like everything that's like $1, like these little knick-knacky things. And something like that, where it's just like, they would think like, oh, okay, this is something that is vaguely in the realm of something this person would like, but it's going to cost me $1. And I think that's the key fact, is that by looking at the gifts, you can tell that the narcissist was more concerned about saving every last penny than giving a gift that would impress anybody. So it's almost like, something they can give that costs them $1, and yet they could say, I know you so well, I knew you would like it because you like such and such. And so, for instance, if someone's really obsessed with, like, say, baseball, it might be like a plastic $1 baseball, and they would literally get that and be like, here's your Christmas present. And then when you unwrap it, they go, oh, because I know how much you love baseball. I saw this. I just had to get it for you because I know it's very special. And you're thinking, this is a plastic piece of junk. Look at the other gifts that people that, relatives that don't even like me got me better gifts than you did. So anyways, it's just, to me, again, it's one of those that's just a complete head scratcher. It's like, okay, if you're a narcissist and your goal is to impress everyone and make everyone think that you're a big deal and that you have a big heart, don't get cheap on the gifts. Because it's having the opposite effect, narcissists. If you're watching this, it makes you look like a joke. It makes you look pathetic. It makes you look selfish to an absurd degree. So, anyways, those are my kind of my open-ended questions. And if anyone knows the answers to any of those, by all means, please leave them in the comments below.